Cool, got it.
All right, y'all. Grand Rising Money Team. Let's get it, man. So, I'm just gonna jump right into it, man. Hope y'all been, I know y'all winning. I ain't gotta hope. I know y'all winning. Anybody that's watching my shit winning, cause I'm winning. If I'm winning, you winning. When I'm up, you up. When I'm down, you still up, because I'm not down ever. So, man, you can see it's coming together a little better. I'm getting the chakras, the color element, what it deals with, and what it's blocked by. But I want to put more emphasis on the date right here. So, you know what I'm saying? I gotta be completely transparent. And for my own progress, for my own process, speaking for that, I am behind because I did this yesterday. This was Sunday. And if you know, I got these fours right here. This is the fourth chakra. Everything we doing, it's out of 7. You know what I'm saying? So this would be the 4th day out of the 7 days in the week. Me being behind is kind of making it a little difficult because Sunday is the 7th day. So right now, technically, I'm supposed to be back on 1. But since I'm not, I still want to pick up where I left off and not just skip steps. Regardless of where you at in life, don't skip steps. If you know that it's, places, things you should have did, still do it. Take the time, because at the end of the day, you still gonna have to regardless. So I'm not gonna cheat myself because I don't want to show nobody that that's cool. Cheating yourself is never cool. So let's get into it. This is the 4th day of the week, 4 out of 7. 4th installment of the Paradigm Shift program. The 4th, oh yeah, I do not own this music that's playing. That's an hour loop by Medusa KB on YouTube. Look him up, he make beats pretty good. So 4th installment of the Paradigm Shift, 444. We got developing higher faculties. Our higher faculties are our superpowers. So you got memory, intuition, reason, perception, will, and imagination. Like I said, I will go deeper into those on, the more I keep doing this process. But this first week, I just want to go over it, you know what I'm saying? Because I got a lot I can talk about for, hours and hours. But yeah, basically, these are to be developed. Your memory, how you remember things. Truthfully, we can remember anything we want to. It's just how much you work on your memory. Nobody has a good memory or a bad memory. Your memory just is. You remember what you focus on, right? So we got intuition. Your intuition is what pick up other people's energy. When you ever go into a room and you feel the vibe, you feel the vibration, you know what I'm saying? That's your intuition picking that up. People who like celebrities or like entertainers, speakers, they all have a highly intuitive will, you know what I'm saying? They work with their intuition. They work the crowd with the intuition of what they picking up, you know what I'm saying? So that's just how that works. Reason, your reasoning factor, that's a factor that it's like, basically it goes back to day 1 when we got winning versus losing. It's like a law of polarity. Your reasoning factor is what you base your decisions off of and logic off of. So that's something to really work on if you struggle with making decisions, making the right decisions versus the wrong ones. You probably need to work on your reasoning. You know what I'm saying? That's a superpower, but it can also be, become lethargic. These things, we work on them and we think that we just have stuff forever. But if you don't work on it, it actually becomes lethargic. It actually becomes weaker. It's like if I work out this arm and I don't work this arm, you're gonna clearly see which one is becoming stronger. So yeah, that's an example for that. You got your perception. This is probably my favorite one because it can change so much. Your perception is the way you see something, and that is really important to me. It resonated with me because I'm a firm believer in that you need to heal before you do anything. So with me, with my process, with just even becoming successful anywhere, keeping a job, just keeping motion going, your perception got to be right, because if your perception is off, you can miss a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? As far as, like, for example, seeing something as, why is this happening to me, instead of why is this happening to me, or what is this trying to teach me? You know what I'm saying? That quick perception change can put you into a whole nother area where you're seeing things differently, where you're seeing you know, what's meant for you and how you're supposed to take it. A lot of times we receive blessings, we receive so many things, but because our perception is of an old paradigm that does not serve us, then that blessing cannot serve us. You can't get no blessings if your perception wrong, because you know, you taking it the wrong way. You seeing things the wrong way. Me personally, I'm stubborn. I used to see a lot of things the wrong way, man. It wasn't even supposed to be taken like that, you know. So that's perception. I really love that one. You got willpower. So we talked about willpower on the third data installment, the third chakra, which is the solar plexus, the will. But will is also a superpower. You can strengthen your will, you know, and that's something I'm working on as well, with, especially with this process, because a lot of it is willpower. It's like, you know, that last fight, that 10% of the fight to actually do what you got to do, you know, that's all willpower. You got to be willing to change your life. You can't just be interested and, you know, wanting to talk about it, do this and that. That willpower is going to show. So whenever anything you're trying to do, you know, once you get that failure, once you have your first failure, that's going to show you exactly how strong your willpower is by how willing and motivated you are to get up and try it again, or you either going to get up, give up, you know what I'm saying? So that's the will. And then we got the most important, the most powerful one. Yo, this is your most powerful superpower, the imagination, man. The imagination. It's just so powerful, because, you know, everything is created twice. Once in imagination and then once in the real world, like actually tangibly done with steps. And so, man, I can't even, you know, go into depth on the imagination, because it's just such a, like, it's, you know, imagination is just tough to even explain, but definitely that can become a superpower, because everything, law of polarity, you know, left and right, up and down, black and white. It's how you use these superpowers that will determine your results. So as far as imagination, I can say for myself, to use it for example, I would use my imagination to create what if scenarios for a negative situation, right? So like when I'm feeling fear, or I'm trying something new, or like I'm going to a new job, I would use my imagination to create scenarios in a negative instance, like what if this happened and what if this happened. The thing is that when you change your perception, you know, get your perception stronger and then use your imagination, you stop imagining negative things and you imagine positive things. What if I do 50K this year before the end of the year out? You know what I'm saying? What if I'm having 10K months by January 1st? Then the type of thoughts you want to be having, if you want to use imagination and you want your imagination to benefit you, let it work for you, the superpower. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us, we in our heads, and you know, it's not our fault. You know, it's not your fault, because a lot of this media and this content is really making us brainless. It's not really telling you to use your brain. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of us are just, you know, had to make sure I was still going there, y'all, my bad. But yeah, a lot of us is just using, you know, just basically on autopilot, and that's not what you want to do. If you want to be on autopilot, you want to be on a good autopilot, to where, you know, you're looking at things with a positive perception, using a positive imagination, using all of these in a positive way to get you to the results that you want to get. You know what I'm saying? Because that's why I really love the law of polarity. It's my favorite law of the universe, because it literally just states that everything has an opposite. Everything got two sides. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you're doing, any success, it can be this, it can be something else. The way you use it, you can either use it for a positive or you can use it for a negative. You can use it to create your new self, or you can use it to disintegrate. You know what I'm saying? So it go both ways. That's why I love the law of polarity, because you can literally apply that to anything. With the chakra, right? This is the heart chakra. This one is a bit difficult. It's crazy, because I think both, you know, nothing is easy. You just get better at it. But for me, going through this process, this is where I kind of slow down at, because it get difficult for me. Like on the last chakra with the willpower, you know, that's something I need to work on. It's not as strong as it can be. But this part right here, it's like I'll draw it off in a you know, future video. Trust me, I got a lot of content. I'm explaining everything that I said I'm gonna explain. I'm gonna remember that, because I already it's recorded. But not only that, diagrams come with this. But this is the one where it changes. This is where you coming up in the chakras, and this is where you shift from element to you going towards spirit now. You know what I'm saying? So this is like the turning point in the process, if you will. Like this is where shit get real, basically, if you want to say that. So this is the heart chakra. The color is green. The element is air. It deals with love, and it is blocked by grief. So I want to talk about that because not all grief is bad, like it's just how you look at it, again, with perception. But the thing is where it becomes tough is that right after the solar plexus chakra and you're dealing with willpower and you getting everything that you're ashamed of, you accepting yourself for who you are, then when you move to the next step of love, you have to really love yourself. Once you forgive yourself for the things that you're ashamed about and upgrade your willpower, you move up into the next chakra, move into the heart. And this is not an easy one because a lot of things, if you're not ready to let a lot of stuff go, if you're still grieving about a lot of things that's just been going for a long time, it's not really serving you. You want to get that energy to where it's a positive vibration. It's putting you in a positive vibration. You don't want to have something that's putting you in a negative vibration. So if you're feeling grief towards something that's like give you a negative vibration, what you need to do is ask yourself a question that deals with love. So for example, not necessarily a question, but what helped me get through it is what they, if you watch the show Avatar: The Last Airbender, they kind of go through all of these, but what they said really helped me. It made me understand what love was. See, a lot of people just think love is just being with somebody or a certain way somebody feel about you, but actually love is a form of energy and it does not die. That's why it's very important to not have grief blocking your love. You can't have grief overbalancing, like it can't overflow the love, you know what I'm saying, or else the chakra is going to be blocked off, it's going to be shut, you know what I'm saying. You're going to be grieving a lot. And once you get to the understanding that love is a form of energy and it can't die, the perception changes to now it's a positive. Now you feel the grief, but you balance it out with love, because that love is going to show up again and throughout life. Just, you might have lost somebody that you really love and care about, but we got to understand, first of all, nothing lasts forever, but energy cannot die. So, that's why they say when you lose somebody, that person is still with you. This person is still around. Yes, because that energy, it comes back out. You know what I'm saying? When that person passed away, when they transcend from their physical body, they soul, their energy, the spirit is still here with us. That's why people say things like that. And this is just something from my advanced videos that I'm going to talk about later in Paradigm, but I do want to touch on this real quick because I shared this with my family. This is a huge key. This, like I told you, this is the turning point right here in the process. So this is a huge key. With energy, with love being a form of energy, and grief, you also has a negative with that. So let's say, for instance, what I want to do with this process is heal a lot of generational trauma, intergenerational trauma, trauma that families have and that they pass down. And one thing to watch out for, a result, is that if you have people in the family and they are transcending, they transcend into the spiritual realm, it's important that they have their chakras align, unlocked and balanced and everything, because when you have people in the family that's dying with all of these negative traits, these negative feelings, toward the family, that's very dangerous, because like I said, energy cannot die. So if you have people that steady passing away in the family and they got hate towards this sister or this cousin, or they got something towards this person, they never got to say it, or people pass away with these ill feelings, and not only that, with other feelings of people that's still alive, they have a negative feeling towards that person. Y'all, this energy do not die, you know what I'm saying? So it all stay. And basically, that's the curse right there. That's the generational curse, to be having family members die with this negative energy towards each other. We need to transcend with positive energy towards each other and love, and being surrounded by family. Nobody should be dying alone by themselves and just going through hell, basically. And so yeah, that's like a huge key. That's something I seen halfway through this process. Like, yo, when it really hit me, like, this is literally the difference between generational generational wealth and generational curse. It's just like the first episode where I said where you are versus where you going, winning versus losing, up versus down, left versus right, black versus white. You know what I'm saying? It's the law of polarity, and it's showing up in many ways. So this is what really got me on this process. Once I started seeing this information like play out in my real life, I started to see how it worked. I'm learning, like, shit is crazy to see, and that's what made me really just want to start uploading on it. At first, my idea was like, oh man, I'm gonna just upload this, I'm gonna make this book, I'm gonna put people through my, I'm gonna coach people, this and that. But this is the thing, I hadn't done it myself, so I'm going back through the process myself and doing it fully. The first time I'm doing it right. I might not ever make a book, I might not ever be coaching, but at least the information is gonna be out there for people to see. And if you somebody that struggle with intergenerational trauma, trauma passed down from family, which I know that's a lot of people, this is a process that will really, it'll really help you understand what's going on, and how to really change it. Like, we can't change everybody, but we can change ourselves. And once you change yourself, the people around you will eventually change. So yeah, that's the fourth one. That's the love chakra, and the information is beautiful for real. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking what nobody do. I'm not knocking no religion. You know what I'm saying? I don't not believe in God. I definitely believe in God. I wouldn't even be able to be here standing with you without God. But this is just something that's tangible right here that, somebody can see and do. I won't be talking about, politics and religion, because it's so, like I said, political, it's so controversial. I want to talk about the steps. I want to talk about facts and what we going off of, and, how to really change your information. You know what I'm saying? So change your situation, get the information to change your situation. And yeah, that's that. So drop in the comments if this resonates with you. If you got, any trauma in your family, or if you just struggling yourself with grief, you really grieving hard, drop in the comments how this resonated with you, if it resonated with you, or if it didn't resonate with you. Drop that in the comments too. Just let me know what y'all think, about the process so far. This is the 4th day, you know what I'm saying? So let's win, let's get money, let's get prosperity, all that, you know what I'm saying? Again, so I don't get copyrighted. It's not my beat. This is Medusa KB. An hour of like Cardi type beats or something like that. I like it because it's like chill. I can study to it, just manifest and stuff like that. So yeah, man, stay tuned in. Let's get it. Wow, did they stop it? Oh no, it's still on. Okay, cool.